taste your innocence, young and sweet like Mother made you. Everything frozen in ice. These motherfuckers just got wicked. Well, I can explain this little man taking over. Can't explain the way that I feel. Well, I can explain this little man taking over. Can't explain the way that I feel. Everyone got twisted up. Everyone got behind my back and broke it. 'Cause it's my world. Everyone got twisted up. All their friends got behind my back and broke it. 'Cause it's my world. Everyone got twisted up. Everyone got behind my back and broke it. 'Cause it's my world. Everyone got twisted up. Every one of your friends got behind my back and broke it. 'Cause it's my world. 1, 2, 3, here I come with the wicked. Well, I can explain this little man taking over. Can't explain the way that I feel. Well, I can explain this little man taking over. Can't explain the way that I feel. The love I never found. You are the love I never found. I can't explain this little man taking over. Can't explain the way that I feel. Well, I can't explain this little man taking over. Can't explain the way that I feel. Well, I can explain the way that I feel. Well, I can explain the way that I feel. Well, I can explain the way that I feel. I feel. Alright, everybody, welcome to the 7th episode of Dasuado's Psionic Psychic Stuff. And in this episode, I am going to be showing you guys how to actually do telekinesis using my exercises. Oh yeah, gonna be totally moving and awesome. Pun intended. Also, I'm going to be doing a couple more songs for you. Oh yeah. And moving on, I am going to be continuing on with the telekinesis lessons. First, starting out with a recap, that being the focusing exercise, and then I'll continue on. So here we are. The focusing exercise is rather simple. You'll need an object. Pick something that is not too colorful and that does not have too many patterns on. For example, a blank sheet of paper, a posted sticky note paper, a glass, a poster of a ninja, a midget ninja, dancing. Yeah. No. Set this object at eye level, a few feet away from you, just like you did during the meditation. And yes, guys, you gotta meditate. If your mind wanders into different thoughts and emotions, just bring your focus back to this object. You want to be able to focus on this object at least for 5 minutes without thinking of anything else. It might seem simple, but it's not. In the beginning stages, you will find it next to impossible to achieve, but it certainly is achievable. In order to not get discouraged, start with a shorter amount of time. For example, 2 minutes, then slowly up to 3, and then 4 minutes. After 5, you should try to focus on it for about 10 minutes, and then 15 minutes. And if you can do it for longer, kudos on you. You're awesome. Awesome. The second step of the preparation is the psi ball exercise. It is a quite simple exercise and everyone can do it. Unlike its name, you do not need an actual ball made for the specific purpose of psychokinesis. Begin the exercise by rubbing your hands together for a minute or two. We have an energy field in our palms, and rubbing our palms together charges this energy field. What this also does is it excites your nerve clusters in your hands that are activated when you use telekinesis effectively. You'll notice that after a while of rubbing your hands, it's gonna get a bit warm. And that would be friction. Science. Keep your focus on the palms of your hands. Take your time. If you feel like you need more than a minute or two, then you need more than a minute or two. Never rush any of these steps. Rushing will create stress and will cause you to be impatient, and you will eventually fail. So no rushy. Also, do or do not fail. There is no try. Yes, you guys are my Padawans. Anyway, after you rub your hands long enough, then take your hands apart. Try to feel the energy between your hands. Once you feel this energy, you'll need to shift your focus into giving this energy a shape. This is where the name of the exercise comes from. You are trying to form a ball now. With your hands still apart, with just the mass of energy you feel between your palms that are about 5 inches apart. How does this energy feel now? Is it warm? Is it cold? Is it soft? Or is it something that feels firm? Do you feel like there's a magnetic? Do you feel like there's a magnet between your hands? What does this magnet do? Does it pull your hands together, or does it push them apart? Focus on the psi ball that you've just created and feel it for as long as you can. Another thing you will create is a psi wheel. This one requires certain materials that you will be able to find at your home easily. Here's what is required. A piece of paper or tinfoil, 2.5 by 2.5 inches or 3 inches by 3 inches are good sizes, though it does need to be square. A pick or sewing needle that is not too small, though you need something that is a few inches though. A cork from a bottle, or it could also be an eraser. If you're using a cork, you might need to cut it from the center for a better balance. A glass or a jar that is not too big, or if you have a bowl, that will also work. Fold the foil or paper diagonally to form a triangle. Then unfold it and now fold from the opposite corner to form another triangle. Open again and turn the paper over. This time, however, fold it horizontally. Do not unfold this time and fold it again horizontally to create a smaller square. Push in the opposite corners toward the center to form a hat-like shape. Stick the pin onto the surface of the cork. Then place the paper on top of the needle. Now you have a side wheel ready to use. Before you begin using the wheel, you might just blow on it gently to see if it's flexible enough to spin. If it's too tight, you will not be able to work with it because there's too much friction. So it should have the right amount of tightness, meaning not too tight that it doesn't spin, but also not too loose that it won't stay on the pin and it'll slide down. After your side wheel passes the quality inspection, so to speak, you can then start the second stage of this experiment. Put the glass or jar or the bowl above the wheel to cover it so that it doesn't get affected by the air around it. If there is wind, then it won't be affected by it, etc. In order to do this, you can refer to the exercise above. Rub your hands together, then take them apart to feel the electromagnetic field between your palms. Another way to create the psi energy between your hands is to hold your hands together close enough, but without touching each other. You'll now visualize and imagine a magnetic field of energy between your hands, coming out from your palms and moving into the center, where your palms are facing each other. Imagine this as a transparent blue light in the shape of a sphere. You can see the relaxing, bright blue light reflecting from it. The more you focus on it, the bigger and stronger it becomes. Try to feel the energy by bringing your hands closer, then pulling your hands slightly apart, while still holding this light ball between your hands. As you have this electromagnetic field of energy between your hands, bring your hands down around the side wheel. Keep your focus on the wheel. Your hands will be around it, close to it, but not touching it. Just focus as much as you can onto the wheel. Feel this energy now covering the entire surface of the side wheel, moving around and above it. This is the energy field you just created. Now you will see if this energy is pulling or pushing the wheel. For example, maybe one hand is pulling the wheel and making it spin in one direction, while the other hand is pushing it and